Good morning and happy Friday. I would like to welcome everyone to the 2019 North Carolina Libraries Association hosted by Appalachian's Belk Library and Information Commons. My name is Daryl Laws with Appalachian State University's Center for Academic Excellence, and I will be handling any Zoom-related issue throughout the course of this presentation. Please notice that as a participant, both your video and audio channels have been muted. But if you have any issue, you can send me a chat by scrolling to the bottom of the Zoom screen, select the chat icon, and you'll see the interface to your right. If something super bad is happening, please feel free to give me a call at 828-262-7122. That number again, 828-262-7122. At the end, if there's time for Q&A, please feel free to unmute your microphone located at the bottom left-hand corner of the Zoom screen. Also, throughout the course of the presentation, please feel free to post questions in the chat box. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Amy Whitmer with Central Carolina Community College and Diane Hampshire with Wake County Public Library. Here's to a great presentation, paraprofessional support and learning opportunities.
Thank you, Daryl. Good morning, and welcome to the Paraprofessional Support and Learning Opportunities presentation. Again, my name is Diane Hampshire, and I'm a library assistant at Wake County Public Libraries in Raleigh. I'm also one of the 4 regional directors of the North Carolina Paraprofessional Association. And Amy Whitmer is with me. She's a professor at Central Carolina Community College, and she's going to do the second part of this. So feel free to answer any questions in the chat, and again, we'll try and get to some Q&A at the very end. So today we're going to talk about how you can access support and learning opportunities as a paraprofessional. But first I wanted to talk about what is a paraprofessional. We are the library support staff who are involved in library operations at all sorts of levels. We manage libraries, we engage in routine activities, and there are a lot of libraries that actually supervise and direct staff as paraprofessionals. For me, this is a career that I have chosen. I don't have a master's degree, but I love what I do. And I don't foresee myself going back to school to get a master's, so this is a way that I can take that career choice and still go as far as I can being a paraprofessional. So what is the NCLPA? That stands for the North Carolina Paraprofessional Association, and we're linked in a collaborative venture with the NCLA to promote understanding within the library community that paraprofessionals are important and vital members to the library workforce. There are many libraries throughout the state of North Carolina who are totally run and managed by paraprofessionals. So paraprofessionals are super, super important. So who are the members of the paraprofessional organization? We have members throughout all of the state of North Carolina, and we work in public and private, especially in academic libraries. We are full-time and part-time. We're support staff. We have members who are just friends of the library. We also have members who do have their MLS or MLIS degree, and just people who love the libraries and want to support paraprofessionals. So what do we do at the NCLPA? One of our most important goals is to support and recognize paraprofessionals. We participate in conferences like this one, and we provide information on ways that we can support paraprofessionals by educational opportunities, collaborations, discussions, and program activities. One of the best ways to get connected with other paraprofessionals is by attending a conference. I used to think that I had to have a master's degree to attend conferences, and that's just not true. I've attended many conferences and gained so much information and so many good friendships, and so that's a stigma that's just not true. We do get together at the biennial NCLA conference. It's in Winston-Salem. In 2017, the paraprofessional organization hosted an author lunch, and we had the local author Joyce Hostetter. She wrote the historical Baker's Mountain series. Blue is very popular, Comfort, Aim, and Drive. She gave a great presentation about how she writes her books and different inspirations on that, and then she actually gave out some signed copies of her novel. So that was pretty fun. The luncheon opportunity also provided the opportunity for us to get together. We had tables So we got to meet other paraprofessionals throughout the state and really collaborate with them and make some really good connections. We also, the picture that's here, we also gave the winner of the Marilyn G. Meadows Scholarship was awarded during the luncheon. The picture that's here was, our winner was Angela Costino. She's an assistant circulation manager for the Watauga County Public Library that's in Boone, North Carolina. And she began her library career 8 years ago as a part-time circulation assistant. She relocated to Boone from Raleigh. Her love of reading and helping people led her to volunteer with the Watauga Friends of the Library, and she later joined the library staff. She, in addition to working at the circulation desk, she leads a monthly book club, assists library accounting functions, and enjoys helping patrons with readers' advisories. And I think she's just a really great example of how paraprofessionals really do contribute to their libraries. We also send representatives to the NCLA executive board meetings, and we build relationships there. We share this information with our members through our website and through our monthly meetings that we have. We use social media. We have Facebook is mainly what we use, but we have social media, and we spotlight a paraprofessional from the state, one of our members, every month. We also use that to announce learning opportunities and job postings, the conferences, anything that would support our members. We also try and do some fun things periodically on there as well. ECU's Join Our Library presents an annual paraprofessional conference that allows library paraprofessionals from any field the opportunity to, let's start over. The opportunity to attend presentations, discussions, and workshops on a variety of topics, and allows them to bring positive change and growth to their home institutions. And I can vouch for that. I've been to 3 of them now, and last year's conference was super powerful. The focus was on the concept that libraries should be inclusive environments available to all individuals wishing to use the many resources that they supply. And I think right now that's a really great amount of information that we can bring back to our libraries. By us providing access to computers and internet research, events and classes, and specialized support for the disabled, we may be the only free resource available to individuals and communities. Libraries also offer facilities where academic groups and communities can congregate and discuss local and national topics. Providing these services and space to a diverse mix of people creates an environment where staff must be aware of how their discussions and interactions can be interpreted by the communities that they're hoping to serve. And I think there was a lot of great information at this conference that helped us just be very aware of our community. These sessions provided guidance for library staff on ways to better negotiate their roles and responsibilities in creating safe environments by embracing concepts that promote the understanding of diversity. I took all of this information back to my library, and I shared it with my managers and with other staff, and we watched some of the videos that were posted on there, and it was a really great time of discussion, and it also just helped the awareness be a little bit more. It was really great. So the ECU Joiner Library Support Staff is hosting the 15th annual conference. That's going to come up this May 10th. It's on a Friday. This year's event, the theme is going to be motivation, energy, and teamwork. The conference is an all-day-long series of sessions aimed to provide instruction and information for library paraprofessionals in support of their work. These are facilitated by individuals representing schools, public, and academic libraries, and they will be there to present their knowledge and talent with those in attendance. So you want to mark your calendars and also check our Facebook page for updates on registration for that. There's another conference that's available for paraprofessionals, and it's called the Triad Academic Library Association. The annual paraprofessional conference that they put on. This last year, it was at the North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University in May. I Googled around, I haven't seen a date for this next year, but our Facebook, as soon as we have that information, we'll be putting that up there as well. We've also participated in an African American Authors Festival in Greenville. We host meet and greets and chat and snacks all over the state to kind of get to know everybody and bring paraprofessionals together. We put those dates on our Facebook page, so you'll need to make sure to look for those. We have mentoring assistants and develop leadership skills. And one of the things that we did in 2014 was there was one sole paraprofessional that was able to attend the NCLA Leaders Institute, and we gave them a partial scholarship to be able to attend that. So this is a map of our regional directors and board members. You can see we've got them all over the state. And you can also see that number 3 is vacant, so we need somebody to come join us for that. We're here to help you in any way possible. We would love to meet with you, listen to whatever concerns you have or whatever learning opportunities that you'd like to have. So we are here for you, so please let us know. Ways to come join us. So if you are a paraprofessional, or if you are a librarian and you work with a bunch of paraprofessionals, I'm sure, we would love to have them come join us. This is a great opportunity for them to grow in their career. So please let them know any of this information. So how this works is we are part of the NCLA, and with your NCLA membership, you are allowed one free section, which we are a section, and if I've already picked a section, it's just an additional $5 to join ours. So we would love to have you. The information is going to be on here, and then we'll have it at the end too. So how can you become involved? There are several ways that you can become involved. We need regional directors and committee members as well. All of these, the contact information for who we have is right here. Again, feel free to contact any of us if you need any more information about any of this. Again, that's on the nclaonline.org/NCLPA. So one of the reasons that I joined the NCLA Paraprofessional Organization is because, again, this was my career choice, and I just wanted a community of other paraprofessionals that were like-minded. I wanted to have more educational opportunities, to learn more and be just on the cutting edge of whatever's happening in libraries. So that's why I became a member of that. I also really enjoy bringing the information that I've learned back to my library and helping my coworkers also just gain more knowledge and help our community in a better way. The other conference that will be coming up in October is the biennial NCLA conference again. We will, I think we're putting together a proposal for the NCLA PA to actually have a session on that. So stay tuned to our Facebook page for any information that you might need on that. So the other thing that I want to do is transition over to lovely Professor Whitmer. So thankful for Central Carolina Community College and for her. When I was hired as a page here in Wake County, I needed an associate's degree in order to be a library assistant, and I didn't have that. And I found CCCC, which all the classes were online, and I have used every single thing that I've learned in almost every single one of my classes every day in my library. And so I am very thankful for that learning opportunity. So she's going to share with you how you can participate in some of the educational opportunities that we have there. And I am so thankful for her. So thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. Diane was one of my favorite students, so I'm always happy to work with her. Okay, so my name is Amy Whitmer, and I am the lead instructor in the Library and Information Technology program at Central Carolina Community College. This is a program that involves you can either get an associate degree, a diploma, or some certificates, which we'll talk about more in a minute. Then I'm also going to talk about the ALA APA Library Certification Program, which is sort of related to our program as well. Central Carolina Community College is located in Sanford, North Carolina. However, our program is 100% online. So whether you want to take one class or you want to go for a degree or anything in between, you never have to come to campus. You can do it from home or work or a library or wherever you can find internet access and a computer. We have, like I said, multiple options. The associate degree is the most comprehensive option. It involves 65 credit hours. Then we have the diploma, which is about 37 credit hours. And then we have 6 different certificates. And the certificates are meant for people who just want to learn a particular set of skills. Maybe you already have a degree in another field, or perhaps you're already working in a library and want to work in a different part of the library. So we have cataloging certificates. So if you want to learn cataloging, we have a technical services certificate, which combines cataloging along with collection development. Then we have a programming certificate if you want to learn how to put on programs and manage those in libraries. Then we have public services, we have management, and we have just a library basics for someone just starting out. So these are great options, no matter what your where you're at in your career. They're a good way to get started in libraries. These courses are for anyone with a high school diploma or equivalent. So you don't have to have any particular college education or anything to come take these courses. We have people of all ages. We have 18-year-olds who just graduated from high school. We have people in their 50s and 60s who are wanting a career change. We have everybody. So don't let your age or your circumstances in life stop you. If you want this education, you'll fit in. We really do have a very wide variety of people in our courses. Some of our students already have degrees and they're just coming back for like I said earlier, a career change or to learn a new skill, and then some don't, and that's fine. We can work with you no matter what your situation is. So how do these online courses work? Well, we're a normal college, so even though we're online, we do have semesters. We have our fall semester meets from August through December, and then our spring semester is from January through May. So you would have to enroll in one of those semesters. You can't just enroll at any time of the year. Once you're enrolled, though, we don't have scheduled class times. So you log in whenever it's convenient for you, do your work, read your assignments, do your writing work, whatever, take the quizzes, whatever, online. As long as you, get it done by the due date, that's all that matters. So you don't have to have a specific time to get online and meet with the class. You just have to have access to a computer and internet and watch your due dates. That's all. Here are our list of the library courses that we currently offer. We have everything from cataloging and collection development to general public services, program development, children's services, services for special needs patrons, management. And then if you're going for a degree, you would also take elective courses like English and math and general education courses like that, humanities and social sciences. So if you're going to go for a certificate though, you focus solely on the library courses. You don't have to worry about the other things. The cost to attend will vary a bit year to year, but right now it costs $281 per 3-credit course for North Carolina residents. If you happen to be in this program today and are not a North Carolina resident, then we'd have to look that up, but it's a bit more for you. But if you are a North Carolina resident, it's $281 per 3-credit course, and then you have to add your books on top of that. And books usually range from about $30 to $80. But if you buy them used, you can save some money, or if you rent them, you can save some money there as well. And you can usually, if you purchase them, you can sell them back at the end of the semester for a little cash back. I won't go over all of these costs, but you can see the full program. If you went for an entire associate's degree right now, the total cost would be about $6,200 plus the cost of books. And then, of course, this could change a bit. One of our certificates, our 12-credit certificate, would be about $1,124 plus the cost of books. Now, you don't have to pay the full amount up front. You pay as you go. So if you're taking one course at a time, you pay for one course at a time. Or 2 courses, you pay for 2. Whatever you decide to that's what you pay. So you can spread out the cost. We also have financial aid available for depending on your circumstances, but I definitely encourage everyone to apply, because you never know. We have scholarships available for some students. We have grants. There are a lot of ways to get this paid for. You may also check with your employer. Sometimes, you never know, employers set aside money for professional development, and this can count for that. And so, don't let the money stop you if you feel like it's unaffordable, because there are some options. You may also attend part-time. You do not have to attend full-time. We have students who spread out their education over several years, and that's fine as well. It's up to you. So if you want to apply to our program, the first thing you need to do is go to our website, which is www.cccc.edu, and click on the Apply and Register button. And then if you've never attended CCCC before, you would click on the New button, because you would be a new student. And just follow the instructions on that page. It's pretty simple. My recommendation is that you apply at least a couple of months before the start of the semester that you want to start. So if you want to start next fall, which would start in August, try to get your application materials done by June. It's not a requirement that you do that, but the sooner you get it done, the better, because sometimes there can be snags in the process, especially if you need financial aid, because financial aid is limited. So the sooner you apply, the more likely you are to get it. So the next thing I want to move into is to talk about the library support staff certification. Now, this is not a requirement in North Carolina. Some states, there are requirements for this, but not here. However, this particular certification can be beneficial to you professionally, even if it's not a requirement. The library support staff certification is offered by the ALA APA, which of course is the American Library Association Allied Professional Association. So it's not a CCCC thing. It's through ALA, but CCCC's program has been certified as one of the approved programs for this certification. So who is this for? The library support staff certification is for you if you are a library support staff person who has a high school degree and has worked in libraries for at least 1 year, paid or unpaid, and you want to achieve recognition for your work, enhance your service, and increase your skills and knowledge. So what do you have to do to get this certification? Well, there's a fee, of course, and it's not cheap. I'll admit that. It's about $350 unless you're an ALA member, and then I think it's $325. But what they want you to do is show competency in certain areas of library work. The 3 required areas are foundations of library service, communication and teamwork, and technology. And then they give you a way to show competency in 3 other areas that you may choose from. I mean, there are like 4, 5, 6, 7, I think, and you choose 3 between access services, adult readers advisory, cataloging and classification, collection management, reference, supervision in management, and youth services. So you get to choose between those 3. So to start the process, you can start either before or after you have met the qualifications. You go to the website I have on the screen. It's ala-apa.org/LSSC, and there's an application form there. Once they evaluate your application, you have 4 years to complete the requirements. They used to allow you to complete a portfolio, but that has now been discontinued. So now you have to show that you have taken approved courses in order to meet these certification requirements. And here's a chart that shows the courses that we have at Central Carolina Community College that meets those competency sets. So we have Library 110, which is Introduction to Libraries. It meets the Foundations of Library Service competency. And our Introduction to Computers course meets the technology. Our library services for children meets the youth services competency set. Our library information resources and services course meets the reference and info services competency. Our collection development and acquisitions course meets the collections competency. We have an intro to communication course, which meets the communication and teamwork competency. And then we have a cataloging course that meets the cataloging competency. So if you come to Central Carolina and get the degree, you're automatically going to have all of the approved courses. You just have to basically pay the fee, fill out the application, and get the hours of work in the library to meet the qualifications for this certification. So if you need more information from me about our program at CCCC, you can contact me by email at awhitmer@cccc.edu. Or my office number is 919-545-8009. And I'm happy to answer your questions about enrollment or any other things you need to know about our program. And that's all I have to say. So shall we open it for questions?
Sure.
All right. So do we have any questions? Let's see here. Do you see, Diane, do you see the chat? Okay.
I do see the chat's down.
Okay. All right. So, anybody have anything? Speak up. Now's your chance. All right. Well, do you have anything to add?
I think we're good. Yeah, they can just contact either one of us for any more information on that. Thank you for letting us participate in the virtual conference, and we hope to see you at a conference soon.
That's right, or at CCCC.
Absolutely.
All right, well, thank you everyone for attending. We really appreciate it, and just get in touch if you need anything. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye everyone.